Today we're going to be installing Dirt Performance front and rear boot guards. If you have any questions after watching the video, visit dirtperformance.net or give us a call at 423-569-DIRT. Starting with the front boot guards, you need to remove the black plastic deflectors from the factory. This requires a Torx bit and 2 fasteners removes that black plastic piece. And start the boot guard up in there with the inner part first towards the center of the vehicle, and then insert the first bolt, which is a 1.5 inch long, 1/4 bolt, through the first hole out towards the spindle. That will insert through a little cross tube in the lower A-arm, and install the lock nut on the back side. Just leave it loose, move up to the top, and there is 2 5/8 long by 1/4 bolts that need to go up through the 2 center holes. They will go through a plate that is fastened to the lower control arm. Install the 1/4 lock nut on the back side and go ahead and tighten all 3 fasteners down. Right here I'm showing the black plastic piece that needs to be removed. As you can see, it's not a very big piece for coverage, but it does pose a little bit of interference with our boot guard. And go ahead and repeat the steps for this side just like we did on the passenger side. Once the installation is complete on the 2 front boot guards, it's always a good idea to travel your steering from left to right, lock to lock, and ensure that there is no interference with the brake caliper or any interference with your boot. This is a pretty tight situation here with the caliper being to the front of the spindle. So we got as much coverage as we could without interfering with anything, but it's a good idea to check just to make sure before you hit the trails. Next we're going to move to the rear boot guards. Again, there is a black plastic deflector on the leading edge of the A-arm. It's held on with 2 Torx bit bolts. Just remove these deflectors before starting your install. Here I'm starting with the driver's side boot guard. There's 3 dimpled holes in the bottom of the boot guard. Those 3 holes will line up with holes in the A-arm. 2 of them up next to the center of the bike will actually protrude through the rectangle tubing. The 3rd hole in the center will actually go through the oval tubing. Get 1 bolt started and install a lock nut. And move to either of the other 2. Get your bolt started in there. Put the lock nuts on. Once you've got those all started, go ahead and tighten down the 3 bolts. The tab hanging down towards the center of the bike is for protective purposes on the brake line, to keep it from rubbing a sharp edge, as it does lay at the bottom edge of the boot guard. Once you've completed the driver's side, go ahead and move to the passenger side and repeat the steps. Just fastening all 3 fasteners and lock nuts.